My name is Milka, co-educator, St. Mary. Here's my story. Potato Guy is one of the best programs. We have to teach students how to drag and drop. Drag and drop is an important desktop skill that students for almost every other subject we teach, like graphics and videos. Since grade 1 had already reviewed their last specialties, I decided to have them practice with Potato Guy because I could use more practice before the next specialist visit St. Mary's School. Princess, a grade 1 student, was the first student that was happy with her work, and she called me to see. Princess became the teacher of her class. She wanted everyone to know how to dress up the Potato Guy. She asked the others, nani hajaelewa? Does anyone need help?
Thank you, Milka.
My name is Jacqueline, a co-educator at Dreams Hill School. This week, my story comes from a vector class in grade 4 Blue. I had finished the introduction class and I asked my students to sit and try to draw and design different things from their imagination. Before I made my way around the classroom, a 4th grader student named Emmanuel had already drawn a very big and beautiful house with different colors, which attracted every student in his classroom. I was very impressed since he was the first student to finish drawing and he also had the best drawing in his classroom. So I asked his classmates to clap for him. Maxwell Kiplagat, a student in the same class, really felt challenged and he called Emmanuel's name and told him that in the next computer class, he will be the best since he will go and figure out what he will draw in the next lesson. I felt very happy that the success of one student makes the rest of the class want to be the best. This is very encouraging as Emmanuel is building a key competency in Dreams Hill's curriculum called 3D drawing. That's my story.
Thank you, Jackie.
Good evening. I'm Irene, co-educator at Zawadi Academy. And this is my story. Today, my story comes from a grade 5 boy called Bowen. Since word processing was introduced, he has been really into it. Bowen likes documents more than other specialties. He has been practicing bolding and editing words since the first day. At first, it was a bit challenging for him. He was really figuring out how at the end he can have his own written document. So now, during breaks and lunch hours, he comes to the lab to work on a new project. His project is to write a notice. Bowen asked for my help every time. His aim was to make sure that he wrote a notice on the computer. His classmates weren't sure what to use Word document for. Some were just writing their names and others were typing the names of their friends and schools. Bowen was the first student to think of how to use Word document. During his 35 minutes class on Wednesday, he finished his notice. The rest of the class were asking him where he got the idea. He told them that some might write compositions and others might write recipes. They were very happy because now they had ideas about how to use Word documents. I'm confident that we have a typist, script writer, and speech writer in the making. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Magdalene Corrier, Vectors Typing and a Personal Branding Specialist. My story comes from Zawadi Academy. So on Tuesday, I was in Zawadieto Academy to step in for their teacher. Irene Pepe was unable to report on that day. We had previously introduced the concept of a director where we give one of the kids a phone, and then that one kid goes around the class taking pictures and recording videos of the lesson. This is our way of teaching photography and videography in our teaching classes. On this particular day, I had fifth grade, which is known for their smartness and drive when it comes to computer classes. We were doing a project in Scratch, and the director of the day was called Ogutu. He understood the assignment and started taking photos. I never for once had to correct him. For example, I never had to tell him pictures in portrait mode and not landscape. This bright boy already knew what to do. I continued with my work, and the next time I turned around to see how our director was carrying on with the assignment, I was surprised to find him going around picking students who are done with their project, taking them aside with their laptops, having them sit down, and then he will do some sort of an interview while recording the interview. He was like, "Can you tell me about this project? Explain what it's all about, how it works, and how you've made it." I was honestly amazed. He just took the role of the teacher, director, and interviewer at the same time. He'll be like, "No, can you move this way? I need to take a good video. That's a nice project. Go sit down because I'm done with you. I need a new person here." Instructions anymore. I just let the director take control and he was doing it perfectly. I took a rest because Ogutu God had me covered.
Oh, I love that story. You saw the short video they made, right? The animation they made. They're all in grade 5.
I'm Koi. Word document specialties focuses on introducing students to common text formatting options available in word processing apps. Joy, a fourth grader in Mogotio Primary, came in with her project written on a piece of paper. The project was a designed birthday in card, which she had drawn during their previous class. After introducing Word documents, she went ahead to do her project. She typed the invitation letter and wrote the subject in bold. Then she used a watermark birthday. Then she decorated it and saved her work. Everyone in the class was amazed and they were going to Joy to consult. She took over the class to teach Word document.
My name is Irene, graphic design specialist. We teach graphic design with a vector editor called Inkscape. Vector editors like Inkscape and Adobe Illustrator have too many features to teach in one class. Now I'm introducing students to the Bezier tool. The Bezier tool is how you normally make curves, but you can also use it to trace images. I to teach students new things in a way that's motivating to them. So when I teach the Bezier tool, I first demonstrate how to trace a picture of a teddy bear with the Bezier tool. Then I ask the students that they would like to. I ask the students what they would like to trace. In one of our schools, Zawadietu, there is a fifth grader named Brian Ogutu. Ogutu's favorite cartoon character is called Gecko. Ogutu says that Gecko is his favorite because he's brave and strong. So in class today, Ogutu found a picture of Gecko on Google. After pasting it into the Inkscape workspace, he traced his favorite cartoon character using the Bezier tool. By the end of the class, he had created a really nice drawing.
Thank you, Irene.
Good evening.
Evening.
I'm Alan Kiprono, a video production specialist at TechLit Africa, and also a CEO of KE Media. And I'm born again Christian. Graphic design is one of our specialties at TechLit Africa. Kevin, a fifth grade at Zawadieto Academy, surprised me today when he told me that today he was going to lead the class. Kevin took over the class and taught graphic design to grade 1 kids. I was surprised that he knew how to deliver the concept well. He demonstrated each step so well. I realized that all the kids taught by Kevin understood and created nice just as they were shown by Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
I am Irene Chebungei with Duketa Chebiwan. Despite our school, Chebiwan being the most rural TechLit school, we have specialists from Mogocho visiting to teach video production. Not many people coming from Mogocho to Chebiwan because it is difficult to reach. Motorbike coming to Chebiwan get stuck in the mud and have puncture tires. Last week on Thursday, our video specialist Alan drove all the way to Chebiwan. That afternoon, he taught the 5th grade how to cut video and add transition. After class, the pupils were so excited and had many questions. One pupil named Bowen told me about his dream to become a gospel musician. Bowen said that the moment he graduates from Form 4, the last grade of secondary school, he will use his video production skill to earn a living as a gospel musician. As a teacher, I feel so blessed to directly impact Bowen. Now he believes his dream is possible and we're helping him bringing it to life. That was my story.
Oh.
Hi everyone. Hi. I'm Stanley. Kirui. School lead, Barina Primary School, Nakuru County. Okay, I have a story. Inkscape is one of specialty in TechLit Africa. Here's where artists practice their talents using various shapes, spirals, and different colors to draw, sketch, and sketch all kinds of shapes. And I have a story of a guy by the name Victor Logaman, a grade 6B kid, since Vector's class was introduced to them. He was cooperative and ready to learn new ideas. At this being his dream career, he was lucky enough to practice using Inkscape techniques. During the holiday break, he used a 6 exercise book to draw a very attractive pictures, having a plan to transfer it practically during his Inkscape lesson. I was so impressed to see his progress and passion. I believe next time he will do marvelous and colorful designs. Thank you.
Thank you, Stano. That's all of you in the Mogote Hub, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mombasa Hub, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Fursa kwako. So we have two communities at the moment. So the next community is in Mombasa, which is on the coastal region, about 10 hours from this first one. So that is our apartment / office, because you can see in the background we have a wall of computers where we refurbish the computers. So go ahead, sir.
I'm Sandra, a teacher at Nazimoja Primary School. So today's story, I had a boy called Rashli, a grade 6. He drew a national flag of Kenya. It was so nice, and his classmates wanted his help. Gloria, a grade 5 girl, drew parts of a plant. The friends were happy to see a plant drawn by Gloria. So they wanted Gloria to help them. Then I had a girl called Sophia, a grade 4 girl. He drew things found in class, outlines of her drawing. The pictures were attractive, and that is my story.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, my name is Solema Norman. I teach Mama Suprema. Here is my story. 3 years old, a PP2 girl by the name Subeda. On Wednesday this week, PP2, they had a lesson during 11 a.m., but their teacher, Madam Immaculate, she didn't know if they're supposed to have a computer lesson. The first step she took Subeda, she looked at the timetable. After that, came to me also to confirm if they had a lesson during that time. Then she go back to class. A few minutes later, she came with fellow students. So there was no otherwise, so I decided to talk them. The problem was that the class teacher was not around that time, so she didn't know what is going on. Later, madam was struggling to find them, asking other teachers in staff. So a few seconds, as she remembered they're supposed to have a computer lesson. Immediately, she came to the room and found all students were in the lab. She was so shy, and the students laughed at her. That is my story.
Yeah, so that's a really cute story because like this is a 3-year-old girl who was like, okay, I think we have a computer class, and then went on, looked at the timetable, came and asked Suleimani, confirmed that they had a lesson, went and took all of our classmates, like all of them, took all of them and brought them to the computer lab while the teacher was going to get tea. The teacher is coming to class and all the kids are gone, and it's like, my kids gone, only to find them in the computer lab. So that's a really cute story, Suleiman. Winnie.
Yes, my name is Winnie Ali, a teacher from Victoria Baptist School. This week I did get a lot of stories because the school had functions like a funeral for one of their school committee members, so the school was not that active like last week. So I expect next week to have a good story for you guys.
Sounds good. Thank you, Wing. Yeah, so they were using, so in Kenya we use schools for elections. So they had elections on Monday in the schools, and yeah. Cool. So that's all of it. So I think this is as on the ground as it gets, because these are teachers who are spending time with the students every day, and they're here to share about their stories for the week. And it really means a lot that you're able to join us. So if you're able to say a few words, please, the floor is yours, the guests. I'll start with you, Bree.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for inviting me, Nellie. It's so cool to hear all of the stories from the week. I love being able to hear how much you're impacting students and how much fun that you're having in the classroom. And I hope to be able to visit you all soon. I'm really missing.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Yeah. Please come back. Thank you, Bree. Thank you for joining us. Valerie?
Yeah. Good morning, but I think it's evening there. Is that right?
Yeah, it's almost 5 p.m.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's morning here. Oh yeah, this was just really exciting to see for me, what was most exciting was to see how young all the teachers are. And I bet the teachers are learning so much by teaching. I'm a teacher by profession, and I love teaching. I'm retired from teaching, but I just, I miss it. And I think one of the best things is not only the effect that you have on your children, but what you're learning too, because you're learning as you are teaching, and so it's really fascinating to meet the teachers, and congratulations on the work that you're doing. And I look forward to hearing more about what you're doing and also what you are learning.